Hello, hello, hello. Let's see what we got here. We are streaming live here. Let's see. Okay. We are live on Facebook. Just want to make sure everybody connects with me on the Zoom. Let's see here. Okay, the Zoom link. Let me get the Zoom link and send that out right quick. Let me go over here and log into Facebook right quick. Let's see, Black-owned business. Let's see, where is the link? I'll go grab the link again. Give me a second to get this link on here. Meetings. Let's see here. Copy invitation, copy. Let's see. Okay, I just posted the link. Okay, everybody. I just posted the link again for the Facebook Live. Join me on Zoom. I put the Zoom link on there so we can see you, your product, your service. Go ahead on. And I believe Miss Angie B is going to be coming on first. I'm going to pin this. Let's see if I can put this mark as an announcement. That way everybody can see it. All right, so let's get the snapping and popping. Okay, until I get the first Bob on here, I want to thank Shay for starting the Black-owned business Facebook group. And we do have the first Bob joining us. Hello, hello, hello. I don't hear. Let's see, exit full screen. Let me see where my volume is. Oh, I see here. Let me take that. Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. Thank you for sending me the link.
All right, okay.
I was very lost today. I appreciate you for taking care of me.
Yeah, it's sounding kind of a little raspy.
My sound is off?
No, it just sounds like there's some other noise with it.
Let me try this other set of headphones.
Okay.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. Ready to take a look at some of these business owners and all of the different products and services we have to offer. Hopefully we can definitely get some sales.
How many business owners do you have that signed up today?
Well, 4 actually gave me their information, their content, but then it was a lot of them, at least about, looked like about 50 people said that they wanted in, but they didn't do anything. Oh, I'm not sure if I wasn't clear on what they needed to do, but for those of you who are streaming, you can just click on the Zoom link, join me on Zoom so that we can see you, your product, your service, talk about it, show us what you got going on, and let's just make some things happen today.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that these headphones sound a little better. Am I still raspy?
But it's like I don't know, like a speaker kind of, like, you know how your speaker too high or something is kind of making that kind of noise.
Okay, I'm wondering, is that a little better? I just made a slight adjustment. And then let me see if that's a little better. How's that sound?
No.
Nope, that's
Yeah, it's
no
still
better.
making
Let me see. How is this? I'm wondering, does this sound any better? Or does this one sound any better? Number 1 or number 2? Does that sound any better? No,
it's, I don't know where that's coming from, but it's, I mean, you're sounding fine, but it's like as if some speaker kind of sound.
Let me see. Is that any better there? I moved the microphone away just a little bit, away from the computer.
Do you have, you only have just your computer on? You don't have the live anything else going?
I have the external microphone
That's all?
into the computer. The only other thing I can think of is my ceiling fan is blowing just over my head. But if it sounds like feedback from the microphone, let me see if I make a couple of adjustments. I'll make a couple of adjustments. Is that any better? I don't know. Let me see. I hope that's going to be a little better. Nope. Your face don't look like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Okay.
I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Hopefully it won't be too much of a distraction.
Yeah. Okay, so you looking all lovely today. You got your food cooked?
Yeah, you kidding? I just took the collard greens out the freezer last night so they can.
Okay.
But
all right.
I praise God. I'm very grateful for my husband because he's at the grocery store battling them lines right now. Thank you for today's excuse to not have to go to the grocery store. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Wow.
Got your cooking?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Basically, we're going over to one of my husband's nephew, and so we're doing the turkey and the ham. I already got the ham from Honey Baked Ham. We just gotta stick the turkey in the oven in the morning. It's in there marinating. It's taking a bath. You know, just get a little spa treatment going on with the turkey.
My goodness, yeah.
Yeah. So what we got going on, Miss Angie B, kind of tell us who you are and what you have and how you got started and all those great, cool things.
Praise the Lord. I am Evangelist Angie B, which means I do whatever the Lord tells me to do. I go wherever He tells me to go, and I write whatever He tells me to write. And when the pandemic started, the Lord led me to create an audiobook series entitled Confinement Chronicles.
Okay.
And I thought when the Lord first said, you're going to do an audiobook series, I was like, okay, let me get some inspirational stuff. Let me get 2 or 3 friends that want to write something. And in 60 minutes, we'll be done. Okay, that'll be it. And the series, it just seemed like every day I thought I was one step closer to finishing. Another topic came up that God said, okay, this is the next volume. So the first two volumes deal with how God got me over the curve. You know, everybody was talking about that curve and want the curve to go down. So that was faith and hope and inspiration. And then we have protests in the pandemic because I thought we were done. And then several people wanted to express their feelings about the protests. Then, because I have a mental illness, I had to stop and think, was anybody else suffering? Was anybody else triggered? Anybody else having issues? And so now we have mental health during the pandemic. And so from what I thought was going to be a 60-minute audiobook turned into a 10-volume set of 6 minutes each, the Confinement Chronicles series. And now with the pandemic and the numbers increasing again, I still don't know if we're done. I still
Right.
because people still have stories to share. I met a woman last night who said she was diagnosed with COVID and kept going back to get tested and kept ending up positive 5 more times.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so people still have stories that they want to share. People still need to hear a word, and people still want to encourage folks. So we're excited to introduce the Confinement Chronicles audiobook series, now available for Thanksgiving. And we're just get rid of that. And we're thrilled to be able to share with people because so many people are still hurting, Terry.
Right.
I remember during the presidential campaign, one of the candidates kept saying, because of the virus, this is going to be the first holiday where somebody's chair is going to be empty at the table. So many families lost them. So many families couldn't see their loved ones. So many families. So this is a very different Thanksgiving for a lot of people. And we pray that the Confinement Chronicles audiobook series encourages and informs.
Definitely.
That's my biggest thing. I enjoy being an author. I envy authors that can write novels, with characters.
Like the 1,000, 2,000 pages.
Yes. I mean, they got characters talking to each other and interacting, and I really get a kick out of that because I that's not me. I just write what this said the Lord. He sent me to a scripture and I write it down. I'm like, oh Lord, you're talking to me. Is this?
Right.
So I admire people that can write novels. I do, and I'm excited about the people the creative types, like the musicians that have gone in the studio during the pandemic and they're coming out with music, and the authors that have gone in and they're coming out with new books. And so that's an exciting time. I'm still trying to figure out. I'll have to get with you later about my Alexa device. I still want to talk to it and have it tell me things.
Yeah, actually, I'm doing a puzzle book to go along with my kitchen safety book that I have. That is one of the things. I actually have 2 different books. Like this one, I guess you can't see it with my, I have the kid-friendly kitchen safety tips, okay? Basically, it's teaching kids how to avoid germs, burns, and other things to learn before they get to stirring and pouring and all that kind of stuff. And then I have the 12 days of Christmas cooking. And in this book, it basically has 12 different concepts that you can utilize with your family while you're in the kitchen cooking during the holidays. It's you can list in here like the Christmas songs that y'all like to sing together, the Christmas movies y'all like to watch together, your favorite cookies that you like to bake together. And so basically it's all about, the holiday season, and even creating aprons, to wear and stuff like that. So it's basically 12 days of Christmas cooking. And basically I have also like a kit. I have it to where not only will you get the book, but you'll also get an oven mitt, a towel, your measuring cups, and an apron. How cool is that, right?
Nice. Where does the apron come from?
No, the whole packet. You get the whole packet. It's like
That's so cool.
yeah. I have it. It's like a subscription box kind of sort of thing, but it's not a subscription. But like I said, I have the Christmas one where you get the book, and then you have the Christmas theme. Oven mitt, pot holder, and you also have like a little Christmas bag what has cut the markers where you can color it and stuff like that. And so yeah, all of it is like Christmas theme. And so yeah, so those are the two concepts that I'll be offering for sale, for those who have youth. You have kids, you have your grandkids that maybe they're able to come over and help cook or what have you. And of course on Christmas morning, families get together.
Yeah.
And even before that, because what we do every year, this is the one thing that I will do. I'm just, I'm such a kid, but basically one thing, we have to have Christmas pajamas every year. And we bake, we put them on and we bake Christmas cookies as a family. Yeah, that's our one thing we do every year for Christmas. And so I always look forward to that. We actually had other people that went into the competition with us because my husband was a cook in the military. And so basically, he just make it out of a competition thing. And but we had some others that participated last year. They didn't do cookies. They did like cupcakes and other types of desserts. But it was fun. It's a fun thing that we do as a family.
That is wonderful. Now, what's the age range? Because I've got an 8-year-old niece and an 8-year-old nephew.
Oh yeah, perfect age. Yeah. And so those are the age groups that pretty much, because I started my granddaughter Milani at 7. I started teaching her how to cook, like with the electric skillet, the waffle iron, different type of things like that they don't feel intimidated by like standing over this big old stove. Yeah. And so that's what I started them with. But the reason I wrote this book is because at the age of 7, I had an accident in the kitchen. And so, yeah, so that's what made me want to let the parents know, the kids know, before they even think about cooking, here's some things, that they need to know about. And so that's really the passion behind creating these books here on kitchen safety.
And
That's
how
pretty much what it
many
is.
stories do we hear like that where somebody's child got hurt in the kitchen? I grew up knowing that my family had a cousin. If you ever saw a cousin at the family picnic, don't stare at their scars. They had a pot spill over on them from the stove when they was little, and evidently it was always like, "Now, what happened to you?" So yeah, families really, really need to get what you got because it's really easy for kids to get.
It's like my leg, is it's been ugly ever since. I mean, but I don't let it bother me or anything like that. It's like my whole bottom calf, the whole bottom was just burnt up. And so, but like I said, it's been since I was 7 years old. Yeah. And but I still love to cook. I'm still in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm still in the kitchen teaching kids how to cook, but be safe.
That's what happened in the kitchen. That's where grandmama and mama and big mama and aunties, that's where they all were in the kitchen. So I can see why you still would love to be in the kitchen. That is so good.
We got scars.
Scars to prove it. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But hoping that like I said, I'm not sure there's some situation as to the rest of them, like where they at, where y'all at.
Well, that's good because I feel like I have it all to myself. So can you tell me some more briefly about the training that you have so that we can learn how to program our Alexa devices to showcase our businesses?
Yeah, actually, I do have an online course that I created. I have a webinar where I go through all of the different pieces to actually develop an Alexa skill, because it's one thing to have content, especially if you're an author, you're a blogger, you pretty much, you know how there's some people on Facebook, you just see them commenting all day. They have, posts, giving value, to, a group of people that, they influence. And so that type of content can actually be on the devices, so that every morning the person can actually, get that content right there on their phone. They don't even have to have an Echo device. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they had the actual app on their phone, the Amazon Alexa app. All they would do is pretty much access your content on an everyday basis. And so so you can either have content like every day, you can have it like every hour, he's like, if you want to talk to your people that often, you can actually do that. And then, or you can do it weekly, or if you just once a month, you have like a podcast that you create once a month or bi-weekly or whatever, your podcast can be listened to on the device. And the cool thing, just recently, the Echo device, the little dot, you can actually connect it into your car. And if you have like an Amazon Prime account where you listen to music and all that, you can listen through your dot in your car. How cool is that? Yeah, because it's like, yeah, it's so cool. So, but in order for you to get your content on there, there are like 17 pieces of information that you need to have up front before you go to Amazon to submit it for certification. Because yeah, you may have a great idea, but then, there's some questions that need to be answered up front. There's some information that needs to be given to them up front. Like, so say for instance, like just like with a website, when you create a website, you want to have it SEO optimized, right? You want it to where people, if they type in, just say if they type in kitchen safety, okay. I want them to, my information to come up, on Google. Okay, so the same thing within Amazon Alexa. You can go and search. There's actually on the app, there's a search button on there. And when you do that search, if somebody type in kitchen safety, I want my Alexa skill to show up. So it's pretty much your same content that you would have on Google. You can actually have it in voice on the Amazon Alexa device. And so, and yeah, people can actually search for it, especially if you a brand, like right now, if you go type in Coca-Cola or Jeopardy or any of those, you find that right there on the Amazon Alexa app. They're on there, all of your big companies. And so what I'm doing, I'm helping your regular everyday entrepreneur, small business owner get in that space now. You see what I'm saying? Early on, so you don't get lost, And so basically, like I said, it's information that you need to have up front. And then once you get that content, and because what I offer with my course, not only do I have the course which has the different videos that explain to you each piece of content that you need to have, but I also have a checklist. Okay. I'll also have a worksheet where you can map out a whole month of content, that you want to share through your actual Alexa skill. And then once you can write that out in advance, because that's what I do, and I go ahead and create all my content, upload it. Because I actually have a platform where you can pre-schedule your content to go out every day at a certain time.
Nice.
So once you do it, like say if you decide, hey, the last day of the month, I'm gonna start putting all of my content together for the next 30 days. You can do that, and you just go and schedule it for it to come out every day.
So content scheduling is like scheduling your posts on Facebook.
That's
that kind of like,
mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, we got to get together so we can.
Yeah, so yeah, it's so cool. It's, I mean, basically, voice technology is here to stay, and more people are, gravitating to the concept that they don't realize they're actually using voice. You see what I'm saying? And because it's like, even with, like, I have Xfinity, for my internet service. And then of course they gave me a new mic where I could just talk to the mic and say, hey, go to CBS. You see what I'm saying? Voice activated. Okay. But somebody behind the scene had to set that up. Okay. And just like you can say on your phone, you can say, hey Google. Okay. And with the hey Google, you can, so that's voice technology. And actually, they say more men use voice technology than women. And I don't know if because they don't want to type in a search term,
Well,
but yeah,
I do know some seniors that will use voice to text before they type out texting.
that's right. That's
And
right.
so if that helps keep the seniors up to date with the technology, the advancement in technology, I am all for it. In fact, I was surprised that a senior that I know that's maybe 74, 75 was listening to audiobooks because I knew she was an
That's
avid
another one.
reader.
That's
And
another one. If you have Kindle books, people
Mhm.
can listen to your Kindle books on Alexa. How cool is that? Your Chronicles, the audio books can be listened to on Alexa app as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to teach me how to do that.
Yes, yes.
People are really excited about it.
Yeah, so basically it's so many different things. And then when you mention seniors,
Right.
the thing about seniors, what could be done, which is, I think it's really cool thing. So say for instance, they have medication they take, on a daily basis. They may read their Bible. They may watch their favorite TV show, just different things that they would do.
Mhm.
And so the Echo Show, which is the one that has like a video to it, and you can see, everything on it. That would be a great concept for someone to get for their, senior parent, because not only are they able to have books read to them, and they'll see the words to the books being, come across the screen.
Right.
If they want to cook something, it actually shows recipes,
Right.
and show you cooking the rest, show people cooking the recipes, and then they can actually call, the family member from their phone. You could see them and they could see you right there from their Echo Show
Right.
device. So you can always, be community, especially like I said, with the social distancing going on.
Right.
And some of them are in places where, they don't really want people coming in to visit.
Right.
And so, yeah, so if they had the Echo Show, you can actually see them, if especially for tomorrow for Thanksgiving, they're not going out or whatever, you can just tune in to them or whatever. And then how about how, how like some of those places they'll have them make like a craft or something, you can do, by you're at your house, making the craft, your grandma at the facility making her craft, so y'all can do that together and see each other doing that, so it's so many different things can be done,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do a video call, you can do just a regular phone call, you can set up routines, basically set up reminders, it's so many different. And then also now, of course, there's like smart light bulbs and smart plugs and all of that that you can connect your device with, so you can have your lights come on at a certain time, you can have them go off at a certain time, you can call ahead. So say for instance, you've gone to the grocery store and you got all your groceries and you're going to need somebody to help you bring them all in. That person can send you a message ahead of time and let you know, hey, I'm 5 minutes away, so come outside and to help with the groceries. And Alexa can make an announcement to you.
Long way from setting the timer on the lights, the Christmas lights. Set the timer to 6 p.m. So the Christmas light. We have come such a long way in such a short amount of time. I think that maybe some people may be a little intimidated by all this warp speed. I was telling somebody that when I was a kid, I barely remember TV going from black and white to color. That was like the biggest advance we had. Now, my kids are almost 30, but they've gone from no cell phone to cell phone to, cars that you plug in to the electricity. I mean, it's just been so many advances in such a short amount of time. I appreciate you for teaching us, because I know with my Alexa device, I want to be able to ask it questions. And sometimes it'll say, I don't know that. I'm like, what? You know everything, like YouTube and Google. So teaching my Alexa device the things it needs to know. Skills training. That's something I'm really looking forward to going through with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. And so, and that's the thing, like the more conversations that Alexa has, then the smarter it will get, basically. And so, and actually, I mean, it has come a long way ever since, because I started in 2018. And so we're almost in, 2021. And so, I've seen, it come, and like some of the people that started out with me, they're making like crazy money because of some of the skills, because Alexa, basically, because if you develop a skill that is very engaging, where people want to interact with it on an everyday basis, and they definitely reward you financially. And like they're making like serious money, on these devices. And let me turn it off. Alexa. So she heard me say her name. Alexa, stop.
Yeah. She is listening. That's good.
Yeah, she's just ready to do whatever you need her to do.
Yeah, I tell you. So I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your participation in Confinement Chronicles. How, was that your first time writing for a collaborative project?
Yeah, actually, as far as audio, as for audio it was, but I actually, one of my books that I published, Drop and Give Them 60 seconds or 60 minutes of prayer. And that was a book that I did a collaboration with about 35 authors, where we have different prayers in there: prayer for depression, prayer for soldiers, prayer for entrepreneurs, and those type of things. So that was one of the collaboration, but I had not done the audiobook collaboration. So that was exciting. And I love how your voice, is engaging, and how you make the story sounds like really intriguing, and like you want to sit there and continue listening to it. So I really, really enjoy, you are definitely a storyteller. You have the voice that goes along with it. And definitely, it's a great concept.
Thank you so much. I tell you, he will, if you let him, he will make, your gifts and talents will make a way for you. He definitely will do that. I get so excited about bringing the words to life that it is truly one of those enjoyable things. When you were in school and people would say, find yourself a job that you love, and it never feels like work. It's just that's me. It's like, ooh, what did Terry Jones write? What do I get to narrate from Terry today? And so it was just a fabulous project that not only allowed me to hear from God and relay it through some of the scriptures that I was able to contribute to the project, but it kept my mind together. Because, when the pandemic and everything shut down, you just can't keep the TV on all day. But when they tell you don't go out, especially curfew, and And then, I have asthma, so my husband took it upon himself to say, okay, I'll go venture out to get the toilet paper and the paper towels and the groceries. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he's home. Can I spray him down with Lysol? Go take a shot. Don't touch me, And so after, a couple of weeks of that, that's one thing. Then the protest, that's another thing. Then I'm thinking, oh my God, the babies ain't in school. What are they doing? I mean, it just so much. And so I truly appreciate your comments. I appreciate your contribution. I hope that your friends and family were able to get a volume from you so that they can really take in your words and your contribution and really just be able to share it with others. That's
right.
really what
I'm looking forward to getting it on because you did, give each of the authors, a copy, and I'm looking forward to getting mine on the device for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited to work with you on, because on Black Friday we're introducing the box set. The box set will be all 10 volumes from the Confinement Chronicles series. And instead of people paying $15 per volume, it'll only be $99 for all 10.
Right.
And so we're excited to be able to let the authors, because you're in one volume. There are some people that are in 3 or 4 volumes from the Confinement Chronicles.
Okay.
Yeah, so now you'll be able to get all 10 and not only be able to enjoy them for yourself, but give them, as gifts and really just get a feel for the entire pandemic through
Right.
through the eyes and ears of each of y'all.
Right.
Like I remember we did the alopecia awareness volume in September, and I think that might have been our largest volume. It's almost 2 hours long. Just women talked about having alopecia as a child, developing alopecia later in life, like I did. Trying to figure out how to date when your wig might slip off, trying to be able to afford a weave, and then when you do, when ready to come out this thing, but he may not be ready for you to come out from under the wig. So the alopecia awareness volume was so much fun to bring to life, because I could truly relate to almost each of the stories.
Right.
And
and I always wanted. I've always been a pioneer, and I've always wanted to make sure that I'm basically in with what's trending. That's how I've been. Actually, December the 1st, I'll be on my job for 34 years in IT. And and it's like a lot of people's like, how could you work at the same job in the same department for 34 years? Because it's technology, baby. It changes. I have seen, basically before Apple was a big deal, I was programming on, basic computing, on their devices. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Desktop computer. Matter of fact, I actually still have one of those clunky desktop computers. And my grandkids like, what is that, Chicky? Yeah. That's like 1980s stuff, And and a typewriter, because basically I started out I'm gonna tell you how the Lord takes something bad and turn around for the good. Because when I was a kid, my handwriting was so ugly. I kid you not. It was so ugly. Okay, we got some Jatavia's coming in.
Okay, good.
All right. How we doing, Mr. Jatavius Wilson?
Hello.
How you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Very good.
All right. What you got going on? We got this evangelist Angie B here. She shared with us her chronicles on today. And now we're looking for you to let us know what you got going on for the next few days for us to take advantage of.
All right, everybody. So my name is Jatavius Wilson. So I own a couple business. I have a few business things that I've got going on. The first one is my food delivery business. If anybody's ever heard of Uber Eats, DoorDash, all those different delivery companies, I do the exact same thing that they do. So the
Nice.
only thing you do,
Yes, he
yes.
is a pioneer, a Black-owned business pioneer. How cool is that?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so yeah, we're the only locally owned food delivery business in in Jacksonville, Black owned as well, of course.
Yep.
And we partner with a lot of different Black owned restaurants, such as Mo's Vegan Kitchen. We partner with Taste of Miami,
Mhm.
Seafood. We partner with Mr. Potato Spread.
Mhm.
There's a few other ones. Teaposh Naturals is the vegan restaurant offering.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good too.
Yes, they're delicious. I had me some vegan mock chicken wrap the other day. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Didn't even taste like it was vegan. So, or I ain't gonna say not taste like it was vegan. It was good. Put it like that.
Right. Right. You wouldn't think it's vegan, in other words.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, you wouldn't think it's vegan. So yes, I have that going on. So and we will be opening up our hours. We have been limited with the amount of hours we've been doing it lately, but we will be opening up the amount of hours we'll be doing the business. So please go to our website, which is www.mytastydelivery.com. And then we choose from a whole bunch of restaurants. Not only do we have the local restaurants, we have your everyday favorites that you'll see in any city or town, like your Longhorns and you like your Chick-fil-A's and all those different national brands. So we have all of those as well.
I'm very proud of you for that. I'm telling you. That is like so great. Yeah.
Thank
Are
you.
you delivering while you on the air? I see your seatbelt. Are you delivering right now?
Yeah, I'm in the car. I'm in the car.
Oh my goodness. So you go to the restaurant and pick up the food and bring it to the person, huh?
Correct. We go to the restaurant and we bring the food to the person. And yeah, that's pretty much weird. They can go to our site and they can pick. They go to our site and they pick what they want. They pick they whatever choice they want. They can pick it, and then it's easy. They pay for it online, and we bring it to them. So very
So
simple.
what are you looking for the Bobs? What kind of support are you looking for within the Bobs?
Well, from the Bobs, I just need you all to support me,
Mm-hmm.
share
Mm-hmm.
page, share my posts,
Mm-hmm.
and realize we do the exact same thing that they do, and you're supporting our locally owned company. So when you go to those mainstream companies, it's not local.
Right.
The money doesn't come back to the community most of the time.
Right.
So we're local, and we have the exact same thing that they do. So why not support us? We're giving employment to those who need employment as well. So yes, it's like I said, it's the same thing they do. We're just locally owned. So
Right. Yeah.
please support us. Yes. And
Definitely.
yeah, so that is definitely the first in my. And I started that business because so many I've seen so many Black owned restaurants that have like not succeeded or failed,
Right.
because maybe they don't have the support they need, and I want to put those restaurants out there. And when I partner with a restaurant, we promote those restaurants. We share their stuff on Facebook. We share those stuff on our different social medias. It's not. So if you go to like a Grubhub or any one of those, they're not going to do none of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're giving them exposure, on top of the fact that you are being of service to them. So yeah, you like help me help you.
Right.
Yeah. And so some of the Bobs that's in the group that may, have had to shut down their storefront brick and mortar, they could probably still, continue doing business and just have their information on their website, but then, you could be the service where you can pick up and drop off. Is that something you can do for Bob's in the group?
What was that?
So basically, some of the Black-owned businesses in the group that may have had a brick and mortar, but maybe had to shut it down when COVID, but now that you have your service here, they may still be able to offer, their services, and you can just pick up and deliver for them.
Most definitely. I partner with anybody on my own. I've recently partnered with somebody who does she has a banana pudding cafe called Oh So Good Banana Pudding. And that banana pudding is delicious.
I saw the link for that and I'm like, hold up. I think I'm gonna have to check them out.
Yeah, it's delicious. So yeah, she just started she has a location where we pick up from. But we anybody we'll partner with. We partner with food trucks as well.
Yeah, so that's great.
For a lot of food trucks who need a different exposure. I'm starting with a food truck called Taste Grace. They're located off of Dunn and Monaco. They have like the best breakfast. They have the best breakfast. Yes, they have different bowls. They have salmon croquette bowls. They have the shrimp bowls. They have the fish bowl. Of course, they have the bacon, the grits, eggs. So they have
what times are they available? Because I'm like right down the street from them. Then.
Yeah, well, they're there now. I know that. And then I think he's closed on like usually on Wednesdays, but I think he's open today on Wednesday. Okay. But yeah, they are. It's delicious. So that's what I want to do. Help bring those type of business exposure as well.
Yeah.
Because the food truck businesses, a lot of them they want to turn into
right
brick and mortar. So we support them. We'll help them become brick and mortar.
Right.
If that's what they want. So yeah, it's all about supporting supporting the locally owned restaurant.
Right.
I really appreciate your service. I know a couple of families in the Duval area that are isolated due to COVID, and they're talking about how they haven't they don't have the strength to cook and can't get out, and so I'm gonna pass your information along to them, because if they gotta eat out, they might as well have you bring them something more than just the traditional, Pizza Hut,
right,
Papa John's that's gonna deliver. Yeah, that's good to know, especially that breakfast. Oh, that sounded great.
Right. Yeah, like you said, it's a Black-owned business, and that's what we need to do. Keep the money,
in the community. Definitely.
Yeah, circulate amongst ourselves. So for sure.
Somebody just sent me a question for you, sir. Do you deliver outside of Jacksonville? And are you hiring drivers?
Yes, we are hiring drivers. So if they want to become a driver, just go to our Facebook page, My Tasty Delivery, and then we have information on there about becoming a driver. And then do we deliver where outside of?
Uh-oh.
Maybe look frozen.
I think he said, what's his Facebook page? My Tasty Delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so somebody's looking for something.
I'll put that in his let's see here. I have it. I'll put a link to his and yours on here in this group. Let's see here. Tasty Delivery. Here it is. Yeah, mytastydelivery.com.
Got it. Again, I really do appreciate you for doing this, because we all could be in the kitchen, or now we could be contacting My Tasty Delivery.
Yeah.
I need to know if he's delivering for Thanksgiving meals.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
Right.
I am not the one to be in the kitchen. I used to tell people my children knew it was time to eat dinner because the smoke detectors were going off. I'm just not the cook. I just
And see, I'm opposite. I love cooking.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter what time you call me. It's like if somebody say, "Hey, can you cook?" Oh yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
and I like creating stuff too. I mean, I'll make something up in a minute.
Really?
Yeah, and then my husband was a cook in the Navy, so between the two of us, I mean, he swears his cooking better than mine, and he's from Georgia, and you know how that he think Georgia is like God's country, and they know how to cook better and all this stuff.
Well, I respect you to keep your size in check because man, if I cook and my husband cook, I think I'd be a lot larger than I am.
Well, yeah, you know, I work out every day. And, you know, that's the one thing I do. I work out every day, you know, whether I'm doing Zumba, kickboxing, you know, some type of, I was going to the gym and I stopped going, you know, once the virus came. And so, you know, I still go to the track. We'll go run and walk on the track as well. I don't like walking. I prefer running than walking.
Wow.
Yeah, walking is so boring to me. But
Well, one day I'm gonna get to where you are because I'll go for a leisurely stroll around the block. Did that this morning, and I got to stop 2 or 3 times and look at the trees and look at the plants. I get, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be exercising. I'm not just, you know. So I admire that. I admire that about you. I admire
yeah,
that.
like I said, I've been a member of a gym since I was 18. I grew up with 4 brothers, and you know, we played football in the street, kickball, volleyball, you name it. So I I mean, I'm girly, but I can you know stand toe to toe. I'm very competitive because I grew up with boys. You know, they always competitive. You know.
Not on this end. No, not completely. Not at all. So
Yeah.
okay, so I got some questions for you. Tell me about that other collaborative book that you were a part of. Was it a book where you contributed somebody else's book, or you got some people to contribute?
Actually I solicited my friends on Facebook and say, hey, you know, I would like to do a book on prayer, and where we have 60 seconds or 60-minute prayers so that, you know, people dealing with certain different situations, you know, could pray those prayers every day. And so what did, they gave me a prayer, and then found a scripture. It took a while to put together because that was my first time doing something like that. And so, and what I learned, I'll tell you what I did learn from that.
That was gonna be my next question. What give me
Is
some tips before I do it again.
provide, to send them the actual Word document to, I mean, the like format it and how it need to be. Like if you're gonna use Georgia 12 point, whatever you're gonna be using, send that to them versus having them. Because what I did, I created like a Google sheet per se, and then they submitted me all the information, but it wasn't in the right font. And then of course everybody's not writers, so I had to, you know, make sure grammatically correct and those type of things. And then the other thing is I wanted their picture along with it, so you know I had to get all of the pictures together. And so it was I mean it was a great project. Yeah, it was a great project, and putting it all together. But yeah, so people who just, you know, like said, one of the writers in there, they had cancer, because not only was it about prayer, but it was also testimonies of answered prayers as well. And so he had cancer, and basically he was, you know, healed, and he's cancer free and stuff, and he gave his testimony of that. And so it's just different prayers and testimonies, you know, from people, their situations, what they dealt with in life, and you know how they use the power of prayer, you know. Yeah.
I truly was blessed to learn about a cancer foundation in Michigan. And I learned about them through the Confinement Chronicles. One of the authors that wrote about their mental health in the mental health volume mentioned a cancer foundation for children in Michigan.
Yeah.
And so I contacted them, and proceeds from the sales of our cancer volume will go to them. But the story that was written for the cancer volume came from the mother of a young woman who the woman lost her daughter to cancer.
Yeah.
The daughter was in her second or third year in college, just about to finish. And again, sometimes you may not get something from an author's point of view, written, but you get that loving contribution from a grieving mother,
Right.
a grieving daughter. A young woman wrote a story about how she lost her stepfather to COVID.
Okay.
Grieving daughter. It just can make it so powerful. And then you're right. If you pray over it and ask the Lord, He'll give you a corresponding scripture to go with that, to be able to provide comfort for all of that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited about that compilation that you put together. I'd love to take a look at it.
Yeah. Drop and give them 60 seconds or 60 minutes of prayer. Because my first book, basically that was a spinoff of my first book, which is Let's Talk to the Hand. The hand that heals, delivers, and sets free those who pray without ceasing.
Yeah.
And so now I do have like a for those who are authors or who want to become authors, I do have a freebie that will help with coming up with like titles, like because you need to have a good title, you need to have a good description and all those kind of things. So I do have that. I'm gonna put the link in.
Oh, good.
There.
Good.
Let's see.
I run into people all the time. One of the newest services that NGB Productions just began to offer is pretty much kind of like a dictation service. We have a lot of people that still are writing their books handwritten, on pages. And it's something that we did a while ago, but now it was just a one-time thing then, but it's a regular service that we're providing now. If you have journals or diaries or something that you've written over and over and over again, but you don't have the patience or the fortitude to type it up, much less, paragraphs and hanging parts. So, you don't want to do all that. You can dictate your pages to our team member, who is a trained and former closed captionist. I'm sorry. What do you call it when you're in the courtroom? Court reporter. Yes, she's a court reporter. Okay. So you can read your information to her. She will type it up, add the correct punctuation, do all the editing, because she's also got her degree in English degree, so she can edit it. And then we can take it all up and type it up and prepare it, turn it into an audiobook, and then submit it to our publisher for consideration. And I think that will really help then for people to be able to use what you're doing. People have to come up with a title. They have to come up with a description. They have to come up with a reason for why this next chapter is the way it is. So I'd really like to be able to refer them to you for that too. It's one thing to get it started, but it's another thing to put the bow on it and present it. Yeah.
Honey, I'm telling you, I just is actually a young lady. She's going to be having her book launch the next weekend, not this weekend, but the next weekend. Book that I published and for her. Actually published 3 different authors' book for them, and I tell you what.
Be a good one.
Tell you what, I'll tell you another thing that I learned. I can tell you another thing I learned. Make sure when you get the draft of the person's manuscript. Okay. You get that first before you
goes to edit.
Before you give them a price.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of editing. It was a lot. It was a lot. Went into that, and so it just, it just was not.
And I get it. Some people are not designed to write.
She knew what she wanted. Yeah, she knew what she wanted, but she wrote how she talked. So that, So that's
me.
Oh my God.
Sister says, Mom, you write like you talk. And I'm like, is that a problem? Doesn't everybody?
Oh Lord. That is the problem.
I'm sorry about that, Swan. I'm sorry. So yeah, everybody came, and I'm one of them. I don't write. I mean, I'm not an author. I just write it. I just write like a recipe, a chapter. I just write it down. So I praise God for editors. I praise God for content creators who are like, okay, now what are you gonna do with this? Why is it just sitting here like this? You can't have Mom in chapter 1 and then Grandmama and them in chapter 5 and then the dog in chapter 6. You got to put it all together. And again, I value people that have the patience to be able to take what some of us have written and make sense out of it. Thank you, Miss Terry. Thank you.
Well, I said I was a secretary forever. Ever since, matter of fact, my first job was at 14 years old. And I worked in the office because remember I started to tell you the story and the story about, how my handwriting was so ugly.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And that's how I got into typing. Yeah. And so, so basically, because I was able to, because I couldn't turn in, my teacher would not let me turn in any of my papers handwritten. I had to type everything. And so, that's how I started typing really well. And even the fact that the job that I'm in, even though I went to school for business computer programming, I got in the door because of my typing. They didn't, basically you had to have worked in the field. You know how they go. They want you to have work experience, right? But nobody will give you work experience. And so, but because I knew how to type, I was a secretary in the IT department. So if I would have gotten in, because they really had an opening in HR and as a secretary, but they said whoever was already there, like part-time or temporary something, they made them full-time. Say, but since we see you have a degree in computer programming, we'll have you interview in that area, which was great. That's how I end up moving in, because it's kind of hard to move from HR to the tech area, because people already in the tech area, they're just waiting for an opening so they can move up. Right. So that opened up the door for me, my ugly handwriting, been on my job 34 years because of that.
I love it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I appreciate you when you say that people are surprised that you've been on your job for 34 years, because that is a rarity. My father, who is 75, retired from 30 plus years at Chrysler in Detroit. And I remember when I left to go to college in the early 80s, he said something to me like, learn as much as you can about a lot of different things, because my generation is over. You're not going to be able to get one job and work it your whole life and retire.
Right.
You need to learn something over here, something over there. It ain't going to be no more pension. Back then he was talking about Social Security ain't gonna give you enough, and I get it. I get it. It is a surprise for young people when they hear folks like you talk about, you've done anything for 20, 30 years. And I think that's where these entrepreneurs have really picked up the mantle, and they've run with it because they recognize, okay, yeah, I may be at my job, but I still need to be delivering this food. You know, I may be selling these mattresses at Mattress Firm, but I really also need to be writing these books over here. I need to be doing something else because nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed are the gifts and talents that God has given you. And even with that, you need to be able to know how to monetize it.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, I did a radio show for over 10 years. And everybody kept saying, oh, would you read some scripture? Would you read my book? Would you, never even thought that, producing audiobooks would be something, didn't even know where to start. Didn't even know where to start. So you've got to be able to take what God has given you and let somebody work with you. So then it can be what God intended for it to be. And that is a waymaker for you.
Right. And see, that's how every week, when Sunshade was asking, it's like, hey, can we have, some Bobs in the group, to bring, different education to the actual business owners. And so because I've been in this space, I'm like, okay, I don't mind, doing weekly, webinars, because every Wednesday from my job, I'm actually off every Wednesday. Okay. And so because of that, so that's why I do it on Wednesdays. That's like I say, this is my regular off day from my day job. And so I don't mind, sharing. And then basically I share a variety, of content, because everybody different as to what platform, that they want to be on. You see what I'm saying? And so basically I share the email marketing, I share Facebook Live, I share Google My Business, Instagram. I've shared just a vast, pretty much everything, video marketing, so that you can like, oh, okay, all right, that sounds like something I want to do, and then you can move forward with that, and then a lot of times I noticed that some of the Black-owned businesses, they don't have a website. I even shared where you can actually get, access to a website builder for free.
Oh,
even free platforms, for email marketing. Free, I try to share the free stuff, so you can at least have all of the different pieces in place that you need. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, so that's very important. It's like, you got a product or service, but, you need to have these other pieces so that you can build, know, like, and trust. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because you don't want to just sell them something and then you never see them again. And so that's how you're able to do that. You're able to, go in and, build they may not buy from you at the moment, but if you offer them like a free, consultation, you offer them like some kind of free discount or whatever that is you offered them. You see what I'm saying? You can actually, you can actually continue to build that relationship with them. And then when you have something for sale, they're like, oh, shoot, let me go and take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because this girl here know what she's talking about. She's stuff,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me find the link. One of the other ladies looking for the link for the Zoom. I know I put it out here somewhere. Let's see here. Where are we at with the Zoom link? But so now I'm gonna tell you what I'm working on now feverishly, and I'm taking my time off on this day when I really could be finishing up I'm working on a puzzle book. Yeah.
Tell me about the puzzle book.
A puzzle book, basically to go along with the kitchen safety. So the puzzle book is where it's like crossword puzzles, and that you can, it's all around kitchen safety. We're talking. It's one on knives. It's one on different utensils, different things like that. It's actual crossword puzzle book.
Wow.
Yeah, how cool is that, right?
Now, when I think of puzzle books, I think of, like my big mama and them. They used to love the word searches. And
Yeah,
they said they kept their mind strong. And I have to admit, my grandmother and great grandmother were in their 90s when they decided to go live in heaven. So those puzzle books made a difference. So when you talk about puzzle books, is that like the word search that
yeah,
I'm
yeah, the
listening
actual
to?
crossword
Okay.
puzzles. Yeah, the actual crossword puzzles.
And what's the age for them? Like for little kids or grown folks or?
It's more, the puzzle book is one that will go along with the kitchen safety book. So those kids, yeah. So
Oh,
that's another, and see, that's the other thing, you want, when you go to McDonald's, basically, when you may go there to buy a burger and fries, but then it's like, would you like a drink with that? Would you like an apple
yeah.
pie, a cookie? So that
That's
is another piece that, like, okay, you have the kitchen safety tips book, but then would you like to have this activity book where you can do crossword puzzles with all of the things pertaining to, kitchen safety?
It's a companion book,
Yeah,
companion
yeah,
project. That is so cool. And
yeah.
because I can see that. I could see like one niece, in the kitchen reading, following instructions for your cookbook, and the other niece or nephew just over in the corner somewhere with the puzzle book. So that
And see, yeah, and see, I could, and then this is another thing that I can do. I can offer, the crossword puzzles as a freebie. You see what I'm saying? To get the name and email address,
yeah.
okay, to start building know, like, and trust with them,
Right.
and then maybe they'll want to buy my cooking book. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's another thing that I share, with one of the actual marketing strategies on Wednesdays. I told when I did the Facebook Live before we got started, I told them basically I'm gonna help you pimp your content.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, I'm here
pimp,
for a pimp.
let me pimp your content. Basically, put it multiple places. That's what I'm talking about. Let me pimp your content.
Wow,
Yeah, that's what
not
I'm
to
here to
just
help
the
you.
people that follow you.
Huh?
Not to just the people that follow you.
Yeah,
But all the way around.
yeah, yeah. I'm about to pimp it for you.
Now, have you and your husband written the book together?
Actually, we own TJ and TJ Insurance Agency, and we do Money Matters workshops. And basically, all of the content that we share in those workshops, we actually do have a book called The 3 Key Strategies to Financial Success.
Oh
And
man.
so in there, it talks about budgeting, how to create a simple budget, the Jones family way, which is drawing a line down the middle. You got your first pay period, your second pay period. I just break it down like really elementary. Like I said, I've been teaching kids, so I'm more elementary with all that I teach. And
Right.
then,
You're very visual. You're a visual,
yeah,
and I appreciate that because I'm a visual learner. So
and I like step by step procedures, like don't give me something and stuff is like all over the place. I can't work with that. It's like it need to be okay. Step 1, open the box. Step 2,
yes,
pour it in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yes,
one
yes,
of them
yes,
kind of people,
yes.
and so that's how that goes. And so basically the first thing is I talk about a budget. The second one is emergency funds. Okay. You must have emergency funds just in case, you're tired,
Or you do anything else.
yeah, anything that just may happen. Okay. And then a debt-free elimination worksheet is what, and all of these have worksheets. I'm one of these, I want people to execute. I want people to take action. So everything that I create, I'm more of like I was put on this earth to teach. I can teach you anything. And so as a teacher, you want your student to get results. You don't want to just stand up and lecture them and then it's like, see you later. No, I want you to get results. And so that's why I have those different checklists, workbooks, you name it, you're going to have to put some work in to get the results, that you're looking for. And so I have those in there. And then I have a holiday happiness worksheet. What that one is about is where we already know Thanksgiving coming, right? We already know Christmas coming. We already know
wait till the last minute.
You got a birthday, your husband got a birthday, your children got a birthday. I mean, come on. Don't act like it's some big surprise. Your anniversary is today. Oh my goodness, my anniversary is today. Oh man, I forgot to do something. Actually, next Sunday, the 29th, is my husband and I anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
How many years?
So, it'll be 12 years for us. 12 years. Yeah. And so basically a holiday happiness worksheet so that you can plan out the year. You already know in May, June, somewhere up in there, somebody gonna be graduating. Go and put it aside to get them a gift card, an iPad, a computer, whatever it is you want to do. Start planning out that.
But your plan is to put away for a rainy day first.
That is correct.
And then pay down debt. And then plan out the calendar so you don't have last minute, crises and running around trying to find a gift at the last minute. I like that. I like that.
Right. And then I have one of the accounts that you're to create when it comes to savings. Okay. Of course, the first thing is to give to God 10%. Okay. Because whether you believe in tithing or not, you have people who don't go to church. They will do 10% to charitable organizations, even if you see what I'm saying? So 10% is just the norm. People know, to donate, to events or donate to church or donate to charity, whatever, 10%. That is what you do first off. Okay. And then the 90% is the part that I deal with, because I'm going to tell you what happens. Like, there are churches that talk about the 10%. And how people not tithing, because some people think it's Old Testament. Okay.
Right.
And it is in the Old Testament, but also in the New Testament, Jesus said, I didn't come to put away what was in the old. Okay, I come to establish it. Let me tell you how this really needs to be done. Okay, this should be based on the love that you have towards me. Okay, I shouldn't have to, tell you to do what you do. Okay, and so that's why the 90%, the reason why the church not able to get the 10%, because people aren't good stewards over the 90. And so that's what I more so cover in there, not the 10. Okay, because everybody's talking about the 10. Okay, but before you can get the 10, they got to get the 90 together. If that 90 ain't together, you're not getting the 10. You're just not gonna get it.
Terry, I want you and your husband to do a Facebook Live with me and my husband, just to implement the financial aspect of marriage and raising children and running a business. I really want us to plan that, because there's so many people that have excuses for poor financial management. I didn't have it. I lost my job.
Right.
I'm only a single parent. My wife is sickly and I can only do so much. And it just, and if we can work together to bring them information that has been tried and true and tested,
right,
maybe they can use it. Like, my husband and I wrote a book, and I wanted to share it with everybody. It's called In the Beginning There Was God, Me and You. And our book pretty much is our testimony about how God brought us together in spite of ourselves. We was not going to get married. I was not going to submit to another Black man. And he had been there, done that. He wasn't going to do it again. And so people always, want to know, well, HB, how did you meet and date and marry in less than 6 months? Well, sometimes you really got to hear from God, and that comes from dating, that comes through your finances, that comes through where you're going to live. You got to listen and you got to hear, and not be so, like a knee-jerk reaction. well, I got my check and I know I got to pay this bill, so let me pay it now. Or I got this check, or like you said, when birthdays are coming up, June coming up, that means Father's Day and graduation. So let's plan for it. So then later on, we're not, oh, woe is me. So
Right.
yeah, we
Right.
have to make plans to present something, to maybe
Right.
offer some sound sound applications for people to grasp hold to, married and single people. Because
Oh, yeah.
the one thing I love what you said is the first thing you need to do is put away for a rainy day. That
Oh,
should
yeah.
not be the last thing. That should not be, oh, I don't have savings because I got to pay my bills.
Right.
No, your savings is one of your bills.
Oh, yeah. That is it. Right. And then we have like a fun account. Okay. Because, people, they basically don't want to feel like, all I'm doing is paying bills. This is just paying bills, just paying bills. So that's what the fun account is for. Okay. For you to fund it. All right. So as you fund it, basically you feel in some kind of way today. Hey, look, I need to go get me a spa treatment or whatever. You
Right.
got the money already in that fun account. You see
So
what I'm saying?
Terry, tell me this, because I've talked to couples that say, they have said to me, well, his money pays the bills and my money is the fun money.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, what happens if he can't pay the bills no more? Would your fund money be able to cover both?
Right.
So, do you believe that fund money needs to be contributed by both parties, or how, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so this is what we did. We came up with a certain amount of money for each one of us to spend out of that. And so that's how that works. So say for instance, if you say, hey, look, we both got $100 to spend each out of this, $200 we got in here, then you could spend your 100 however you choose to, and I spend my 100 how I choose to spend it.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And that way you don't necessarily have resentment that the everyday, the person that's working every day to pay the everyday bills, but the person that has the money for the fun money, you maybe only have fun once or twice a year on vacation or whatever. That
Right.
build up. I got it. All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's actually how we do that. But we meet with couples, all the time, and it's a blessing, to help them. And then the thing about it, we don't charge when we meet with them. And there's like, we just want to give you something, and we just want you to do business with us. It's basically what we let them know. Hey, look, you doing business with us, is what we're hoping, once we go over your stuff. And then some people, they really don't need our service, because when we meet with them, we see they have everything, in place. And then so, we're like, hey, look, we looked at what you have, and you're good. You see what I'm saying? What you have, and they appreciate that, because you know how some people is like, they get you in the chair, they gonna sell you something. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you in my office, you gonna get sold something. You walking out here with something today, but we don't do it like that. We will sit with you, because another thing that we share too is when we have our Money Matters workshop is how to buy tax deed and tax certificate properties. Okay. A lot of people don't know. They didn't have a clue. Like, you was telling me what? Hello. Yeah. And yeah. So we share how to do that as well. Yeah. We bought several properties in Georgia like that. We went, and the thing about it, when you go to these sales, now their sales are online now, but when we started, some years ago buying the tax deed properties, it was done you had to go downtown, to bid and stuff like that. And normally it's only like maybe one Black out of 30 people.
That's unfortunate
That
we
don't know. Don't know. They don't know. And so we're sharing that content for free. I mean, he's like, who does that, right?
Give me an example. You could buy a tax deed property because that means somebody didn't pay the taxes on it. So you're buying the property, correct?
Right.
And then you have the property and nowadays what? You turn it into an Airbnb?
Basically, once you get the property, I mean, it's yours to do what you want. You can rent it out. You can, you could be the mortgage broker to have them paying you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
And
So,
now
yeah.
interest rates are so low. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's getting ready to go down. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, because of the coronavirus, a lot of the homeowners that lost their jobs and stuff like that weren't able to pay their mortgage. Basically the banks is like, let you go without paying your mortgage. There's people living in their homes right now haven't paid a mortgage since they got let go from their job earlier this year.
Right.
So when is that going to come to an end? And how is that going to work? These people going to end up losing their houses. You see what I'm saying?
Right. All that money's going to be due at one time.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we just have to, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm telling you, but it's getting ready to go down because, like I said, they're going to eventually have to start making payments, on these homes, Yeah. So it's kind of sad.
Oh, that's something. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell everybody about the tonight's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B and Barty. I know when you were talking about being off on Wednesdays, my heart skipped a beat a little bit because Wednesday is our day. That is when Barty and I get on the air, Facebook Live, 7 o'clock. And we generally try to discuss a hump, a problem that somebody may have. Yeah. And not to necessarily give advice on how to get over that hump, but just to kind of discuss it, because maybe in our discussion, you can come up with an idea that you wouldn't have thought about before.
Right.
And so we like for people to contribute their humps for discussion. So I told Barty, I said, I got a hump coming today because I'm going to be talking to Miss Terry Jones. So tell me a hump, a Thanksgiving Day hump, or a financial hump, or a married hump. Tell me a hump that you've been able to overcome so that we can talk about it on the show tonight.
Girl, you ain't got time for all of them, but let me give you one of them.
Let me. I've been taking notes. Let me take some more notes right now. I'm ready for you, girl.
Okay, like when me and my husband, when we first got married, you, I'm me, right? So now, I'm the type of person like 9 o'clock at night, 10, 11. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to make things happen, right? Opposite my husband.
You a night person.
8:30. He done shut it down, baby. He has shut it down. Even though he's laying in the bed with the TV on, he has shut down.
Yeah.
I'm up and about and I'm ready to make things happen. So I'm going in there. I'm, trying to get some input and ideas and, and then he's looking at me like, I don't even know why you talking to me. And then in the morning, now I didn't get in the bed till about 12 or so, right?
Right.
Now he up bright and early and bushy
5 a.m.
Yeah. And he wants to talk to me. He wants to talk to me.
Oh.
And he started calling me grumpy.
Yeah.
No. It ain't that I'm grumpy. It's like I need to get my rest now. I'm still sleepy. Okay. So do not bother me. Okay. Talk to me about 9 a.m. All right. Now, and so what that could have been an issue. You see what I'm saying? And so, but what it is when you have situations then you have to become creative. You have to have creative ideas of how to handle that situation based on who you are and who your spouse is. Okay. Everything is not a deal breaker, and everything you don't have to be powwowing on. You see what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be stuck like Chuck. We're here for the long haul. All right. So now that I know that you aren't, a nighttime person, and I'm not a morning person, we don't talk to each other. Yeah, I don't go in there. I'm telling you, I ain't finna bring no big fat bright ideas to him at night, because it's not gonna matter.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't trying to hear me. Yeah, so and then don't try to give me something early in the morning and then come and say, well, I already told you this morning. No, you ain't told me. I don't know who you talk to.
Exactly. So you have to come to a happy medium.
That's right. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. Give me all your big fat ideas. Then I can absorb them.
Thank you. That's justification. That makes sense to me, because Barty is the night owl. Once he retired in December last year, and so he just is like a kid on a Friday night, and he got to get up for school the next morning. He want to stay up. He want to flip the channels. He want to, and I'm like, I'm shutting it down 11 p.m. I might see the end of the news, but I'm shutting it down. But then the Lord will wake me up at 5 o'clock and tell me to go write a chapter, go create a flyer, go pray for somebody. And so our happy medium was, I was like, you know what, Barty? I got to serve the Lord with gladness, and that's usually before the sun come up. Mm-hmm. So in order for us to compromise, you're going to have to let me take a nap every afternoon. I got my pillow, I got my blanket. Mm-hmm. While I'm taking my nap, you go out, do your shopping, you go to, thrift store, whatever you got to do. And when you come back, your wife will be right at a bush tail. But in the meantime, don't have me trying to make a whole day between you and the Lord. And I'm looking sleepy. So you're right, there has to be a happy medium. And it's funny how we don't find that out while we're dating.
Right.
It's not until...
Yeah. Well, hopefully you ain't.
I know.
Some things you shouldn't be finding out while you're dating.
Yeah, that's true. So listen, speaking of dating and marriage, I got to give some shout outs to 4 Jacksonville residents that really are the reason. Even though I live in Daytona Beach, I do a lot of business in Jacksonville because of these 4 people. They used to be individuals, and now they are couples. My daughters live near the Orange Park Mall in Jacksonville, and they both were blessed to have men that found them while they were out gleaning in the field, literally. And my baby got married on February 29th of this year, and my eldest just got married Halloween. A couple of weeks ago. And so I appreciate the Fab 4, as I call them, because they're constantly helping to tighten me up and straighten things out and teach me technology. I love the fact that you say you stayed in technology. If it's something technological and I don't understand it, I contact one of them. I'm like, hey, somebody tell me how to get this phone to do this. How you do this stylus thing in the phone, how you do, So, but whenever I'm coming to Jacksonville, like to do a book signing or, to meet with people or see people or family or whatever, I know I've got some helpers in Jacksonville. So got to give a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Simmons and Mr. and Mrs. Swansburg in Jacksonville. It is good to have family in Duval.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, we got another Bob joining us.
Yay!
Yes, Miss Felicia Wright. Hey, so she get her video and audio going here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're ready to spotlight you and what you got going on, girl, so you can make these points over this holiday.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
So what you got going on? Talk to us about your business, how you got started, and what you have to offer. Who is this product for, and what kind of deals you got?
Okay, so all right.
All right,
There
all
she
right.
is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm on my phone because my laptop, for whatever reason, is not coming up.
Okay, no problem.
I like your fireplace.
I know,
Thank you.
right?
So, my name is Felicia Wright, and I am the owner of My Ghani LLC. We are a social enterprise that creates inspirational products and platforms for women and girls of color. And today I'm going to be focusing on the products since we're in the holiday season. We have a couple of things going on. One, we have a Black Friday bundle special. One of our most popular products is our canvas pouches. And I don't know, this is one of them, one of the more recent ones. It's
Oh,
called
nice.
Royal Curls.
Yeah.
And so we have these, I think there's about 12 designs now. But with the bundle that I have going on, it's on our original design, which is the Curly Girl Trio. And the reason, a little bit of backstory behind the designs, I decided that, my background is in graphic design. So I wanted to do something besides, or what I felt was a little more, social conscious and giving back to the community and having a positive impact on the community. And I love being creative, but I just didn't want to design pretty pictures, if you will. So I wanted to be more impactful in that way. And being a woman of color and some of the things that I know that I've gone through. And then when I kind of started my whole natural hair journey, when I had my daughter, who is now 8, that kind of added another element to it. So I decided to create this line back, I think it was like around 2015. And so all of the items that I have, some of them just have words that are inspirational words, affirmations, but a majority of the products that we have do feature women and girls, various shades, curly hair texture. Like I even have one that has like a head wrap. So that's a little backstory behind the meaning of the product line. And then also I will say that our signature products, you will see that a lot of them have kind of like a splash of purple in it. And purple is a color that is very true to the heart of our brand. One, it's because of, or in honor of my grandmother who passed from Alzheimer's in 2013. The other reason is because when I see purple, I think about, legacy, royalty. And so that adds another element to, and kind of tells a story, if you will, about the why behind our brand. But this holiday season, I actually have a Black Friday special, and just recently added some new color choices. So I know I get a lot of times people will ask, maybe they'll buy one girlfriend will buy one pouch, but then somebody else will ask, oh, where did you get it from? So I have a bundle going on where you can buy 10 pouches for $1.99. Plus there's free color customization, which basically means you can choose 2 colors that you want to add. And I have that going on. I also have, if you're in Jacksonville, Florida, and you are local, I will be doing a pop-up on Saturday inside of Regency Mall in collaboration with a clothing boutique that's inside the mall. It's called S&L Fashion Loft. So I have some of my items on me. And while I have limited items on hand, you can purchase from the website.
Nice.
The website is mygani.com/shop, and Mygani is MYGANI.com. So those are some of the things that I have going on. Oh, and I did want to mention the other thing that I have is a limited edition. I decided to do a holiday box filled with 5 to 6 items in the box. each box, let me see if I can show it to you because I'm on the phone, so hopefully you'll be able to see it. But each box is slightly different, so no box is exactly the same. This is the front of the box.
Nice.
And so you can kind of see it just has like the website and everything. There's a kind of a little blurb about me and the company on the back side.
Nice.
So that's the box. And inside the box, and I just happen to have this one on me, it'll be one pouch. It may not necessarily be this one. If you go to the website, you'll see the different ones that we have. But it'll be one large pouch. There will also be, with that pouch, a holiday card that matches the pouch.
Yeah.
And the cards come with an envelope, and they're kind of a unique shape. I think it's like 5 by 5, so it's like a square.
Yeah.
There's also, with the card, stickers.
Nice. How cool is that?
There is also a kind of like a little pendant. I don't know if you guys can see that, a little pendant, and this actually matches the bag. It's that same design. There will also be jewelry.
Yeah.
And again, every box is different. Every box is different.
Right.
And also, I collaborated with another small business owner, and I think she's on the page too, Robin with RSG Home and Body. This happens to be one of my favorite scents, but she did a little mini candle that's also included in the box. And those boxes are $50, and they make a great gift because there's like a surprise after surprise once you go through it. The box is really nice, so you could just give it, you know, as is. You know, you don't have to worry about wrapping it or anything to someone, or you can keep it for yourself. And those will be $50, and I'll actually have those on hand Saturday at the pop-up shop. And I'm sorry, the pop-up shop will be from noon to 2 on Saturday inside of Regency Mall.
Awesome.
So yeah, so those are some of the things I have going on this weekend, and I just encourage everybody to, you know, I've always been a huge advocate of supporting other small businesses. So I just encourage everybody to not just this weekend, but always,
right,
you know, support a small business if you're able to, because I feel like we're the heart of the community. I know I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I know even for me and a lot of us, you know, when we're able to generate that income and have things, you know, money coming in, we're able to take care of our families and also give back to the community. But when that, you know, when we don't get the support, it's hard to do that.
Right. Support is key. Definitely. It really is key, because when my husband, basically he was making, you know, 6 figures at this particular company. And he said that the Lord told him to, you know, start an insurance agency. And he just wanted, you know, my support.
Right.
And so I had to, you know, I mean, all that goes along, because being an entrepreneur, I mean, it takes, you know, work. Like, you know, people talk about, you know, people, oh, you know, everybody can't be an entrepreneur. And that is true. You know, it's not for everybody. You know, there may be some days that you just may have to eat peanut butter and jelly, you know, while you're trying to get established, you know. And so my husband, he was one used to, you know, eating peanut butter and jelly if he needed to. You know, he grew up he grew up with 12 brothers and sisters. So
okay.
yeah.
Right.
So, you know, so he was okay with going through. He just wanted to make sure I'm okay, you know, like, hey, you know, while I'm, you know, building the business, you know, but we have put away so much money, you know, and that's the thing too, be prepared, you know, to have that money, you know, set aside, so that when you do, you know, branch off while you're trying to get started, all your connections and all of that, you have that money there to take care of your necessities. So that is so true.
Right, definitely. Yeah, it's entrepreneurship is not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart. And I tell a lot of the people too, even if you have the technical skills and you're creative and you have a really great idea, you really have to have the right mindset, because you're going to be challenged like every day about something. And so if you don't have the right mindset, it's going to be hard to navigate through all all of the noise and all the things you're going to come up against.
Right. And you know what? When you mentioned a mindset, I'm one of these type of people. When you know how you go to webinars where people are, basically gonna introduce their product and service.
Right.
And of course, they want you to have your mind straight up front or whatever. I'm just not one of the ones because I'm already set. But there are a lot of people, they don't have their mind made up. They do
Right.
not, because the Bible talks about a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. And so you have to be so, set on, hey, this is what I'm doing. 'Cause I had to talk to, I motivate people all the time, that's, struggling with that. I don't need the mindset. I know what I'm doing and I'm good
Right.
with it, with come hell or high water, but you have these other people, like you said, it's like, well, I'm not sure this, no. Once you make your mind up, all that other stuff, you have to move it out the way, and you have to be laser focused on what you're doing. And anything that's coming in that space that is not in line with what you're trying to do, then you need to be done with that,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So mindset
absolutely.
is huge. Yeah. You got to have your mind made up for sure. Yeah.
Felicia, may I ask you
Yes.
a couple of quick questions?
Yes.
You said your background was in graphic design.
Yes.
Can
In
you
graphic design.
Tell us more about that. What got you interested in graphic design, and what else have you created?
I've always loved to draw when I was younger. So I took a lot of art classes throughout high school. And initially, when I first went to college, I was in the computer information systems program. And I actually remember having a conversation with one of the counselors, and I told her I had taken an elective. It was kind of like I guess it was a graphic arts class, which I didn't really know. It wasn't called that at the time, but that's basically what it was. We did some packaging or repackaging of things that were in the store. And so I really liked that the creative aspect was also kind of merged with the technical part of it. And I remember having a conversation with one of my college counselors, and I told her that I wanted to switch my major. And she was just like, you probably need to stay here with the computer information systems because you're not going to make any money on the creative side.
Wow.
So in listening to her, that was at a community college. I transferred here, and I went to UNF. That's where I got my BFA in graphic design. And I basically wasted a year, a year in accounting and doing all these tech programs, and I just wasted a year. And I was going to minor in graphic design, but it was just too much, and I didn't like the courses, and I just didn't have the interest, wasn't there. So I ended up switching my major the next year. And that's kind of how I got into graphic design. And I have now probably 20 plus years in the creative marketing industry. I worked in corporate America for about 10 years. I was doing some freelance before I, kind of went out on my own. And in the beginning, before I started the product line, because the product line is only maybe about 5 or 6 years old, I was, designing things for other businesses, collateral, logos, event signage, things of that nature. So that's kind of how I got into the whole graphic design field. And I've even taught classes like at FSCJ and UNF as well in graphic design and business, because I also have my MBA with the concentration in marketing from University of Phoenix.
Oh, wonderful. That is wonderful. Well, I definitely want to connect with you because I write books, and I always need somebody to help with book covers.
Okay. Yes, and I've done a couple of book covers too.
Oh, wonderful.
Over
Please
my
be a friend request. Please. Yes. Now that my agency is helping people to produce their book straight to audiobook, because some people are skipping the whole printing the book and formatting and all that.
But you probably still need some type of visual if if it's online or you're sharing a post or something. Yeah.
Right. We still need something more than just their headshot that they took, while they were sitting in the are. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited.
Okay.
About the
Yes,
possibility.
definitely reach out to me.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That is good. Can you tell us about those cute little things on your mantle up there?
I can. Let's see. Because I had to do a presentation the other day, so they're up there. And then I have a virtual event, and I don't think I mentioned this one, but I have a virtual event Friday for Black Friday. So I just left them up there. But here, let me stand up so I can show them to you.
It's like
All
a
right, can you
purse.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
All
you.
right. Okay. Okay, so the first thing is, we have gift wrapping paper. And so if you notice anything about my designs or things that I like to do, I'm not really I guess the traditional, like the red and green that goes with Christmas. I like to do things that are non-traditional, and because of branding, and I just like things to kind of coordinate and match some of the things that I have. And so I went with this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's our Curly Girl Trio. This is one of our signature affirmations, naturally confident. And then it just has like a tree in it. So just to kind of tie it in, but you can kind of, this one, it has the affirmations all over it. Use it not just for the holidays, but other times too. So it has the naturally confident, natural hair, self-love, be you. And I have these, these are actually not on the main website, but I also have 2 shops where I'm an artist affiliate. And so I have several products with them. And it comes in, it's like a gift wrapping paper set. So it's like 2 sheets of the tan and 1 of the black.
Nice.
Can you tell us again what your website is?
Yes, it's mygani.com, and it's mygan.com/shop. Thought I had maybe something. Let me see.
MYJAN stuff.
No, it's G.
Can you see that? Yes, it's G. GAN.com/shop is where the products are.
Okay, I'm putting it on the page. Thanks.
Okay. And let's see, I have a couple of mugs too. And I only have 2 of these on hand, so I will have them Saturday, or if someone's interested and they're local, they could also message me. But it's Black Mama. So it's kind of like a definition of what a Black mom is. Yeah. And it says, when being strong is your only choice. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it has like a little heart.
Oh, you know, I see that heart, girl. My birthday, Valentine's Day, I will recognize the heart.
It's on both sides.
Nice.
And all of our mugs are typically $20.
Okay.
That is so creative.
And here's another one that I did recently with the whole election. It says, I am speaking, my voice matters. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but it's in blue, and then inside it's pink.
Yes, girl, I am speaking. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, that's good.
Let's see. And here's one of so this is a Curly Girl Trio design that I told you about, and we actually did one in blue and white. Yeah. And all of the pouches has a print on both sides. They're kind of like the canvas tote material. So that's the material that it is. People use them for different things. I've had people use it, maybe put makeup in it. Like if you, a journal and a pen. Right. People that I go to church with sometimes will put Bibles in it. Even if you have a small tablet, they use it for tablets as well. So it's kind of a multi-purpose use. And these individually are $25.
Yeah.
Nice.
So do you make the pouch yourself, or you do just the artwork?
Just the artwork. I work with a manufacturer that actually makes all the products, but all the designs that are on the products are my designs.
Okay.
Yes. And then these are new. I think I have about
3 or 4 of these, but that's the original
Okay.
Curly Girl Trio pouch. And I don't know if you can tell, but kind of the spots or splashes of purple that I mentioned. And with this, it's actually double-sided, but it has the affirmation. So it's almost like a 2-in-1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this has the strap for you to kind of do it as a wristlet.
Okay.
But then also in the inside, there's a longer strap to do a crossbody.
Yeah.
So you can wrap it, wear it across your chest.
Right.
And these
So
are
cool.
these are 50.
Yeah.
And I do have some on hand, but they're also on the website.
Right.
Girl, I'm so glad you did not listen to that instructor that told you.
I know, right?
And then this last one I have is our Royal Curls, that one image that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys can see with the camera, but she has purple hair, but there's also like a faint tribal effect in her hair and across her face, and then you see her lashes. But these handbags are 60. I think I have about 3 or 4 of them, so I will have them in the pop-up on Saturday. They are also on the website. Their regular price is $75, but they're 60.
Nice.
It's on both sides.
Yeah, I love it.
And then if you can, I don't know if you guys can see, but it kind of has the little signature Maigani across the bottom. There's pockets on the, I like these because there's pockets so you can stick like your cell phone or glasses on the side without having to go through your whole purse.
Oh yeah.
And then of course there's small inside, like there's an inside pocket as well.
Right. Cool.
Yes. And so I will have, I have a couple of these on hand that I will have Saturday, and they are also on the website.
Okay.
Now, Felicia, do you travel as a vendor to bring your products out?
I have a little bit. I have not, just because of COVID and everything lately. Probably the furthest I've been this year in the last couple was St. Augustine. But that was it. But that was kind of well, that was my plan going into this year. But then, of course, everything happened with COVID, and so that didn't happen.
Right.
Well, our agency is Angie B Productions, and we're planning a 2021 tour to promote our audiobook series, Confinement. And we've got 7 or 8 cities and states that we've indicated. And I would love for you to come out and join us and bring your goodies are beautiful. Just absolutely. Your designs are exquisite, absolutely exquisite. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Send me more information. I would love to take a look at it and see if we can make that work.
Yeah. Our first, let me see, March, we go to Port St. Lucie, and that'll probably be the closest one so far. But yeah, I'd love to show off off that beautiful design. Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't grab this, but and I don't know if anyone knows, it may be too late now, although because things have changed, but with the American Express and the Shop Small, they sent me some bags. So I have some bags and some stickers to give away this weekend too. Kind of like a free gift with purchase while supplies last.
Right. Yeah, they are really good with Small Business Saturday. They're real good with that.
Yeah, so they sent me a couple, they usually send me a lot, but I know things have changed. I think I have some masks. There was like, you could get 5 free face masks, but I haven't gotten those yet. I don't know if I'll have them Saturday, but I plan on doing another vending event at least before the end of the year, so I may have them at that time.
Right.
Oh, your Facebook page is beautiful. I love the way you have all the products separated into price range.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Is this a jumpsuit I see? Oh, a signature cover up.
That's our scarf. Here, let me grab it for you because I really love that because the way the model has it, you can wear it different ways. Like there's so many different ways. I actually wore it as a shirt. I had like a black tank top on and I tied it around my neck and then around my back. But that one has all of our affirmations on it. You can wear it around your waist,
Yeah.
like if you had on skinny jeans or leggings, or you can just wear it like a regular scarf. Let me grab it.
Oh, it is really, really cute. My MYGANI on Facebook. Oh,
Yeah,
my.
I have another customer who just bought it, and she said she loves it so much she's going to do a photo shoot with it. So I can't wait to see the pictures. So here's the scarf, and it's kind of a sheer, but it has the affirmations. It's black and white, and like I said, you can wear it multiple ways. You could probably even wear it if you did it right with maybe a wrap underneath, but as like a head wrap. Like there's infinity ways you can wear it. But I really like it too because we're in Florida, so it's not too heavy. So it's almost like you can do it year round.
Right.
It's kind of a light, I can't remember the chiffon is not the right word, but the material, but it's lightweight. It's really light and airy.
Right. So cool.
Yeah, but yeah, those came out really nice, the scarves.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely glad to be able to see, you know, I wanted to put a face with a product, you know, because I know that the group has grown, you know, to over 10,000. And I just thought, I'm like, okay, so instead of me just sharing a marketing strategy today, you know, just showcase some of the Bobs that's in here, what they have, you know, and the different sales and stuff. And you know, hopefully, you know, we can do better at promoting each other. And I still think that's an issue, you know, amongst us as Blacks, you know. Yeah, but I really hope, you know, that we all could really support each other, you know.
Right.
Definitely keep the dollars, you know, within the community for sure.
And the family.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, we did have like Angie B, you know, she before you got here talked about, you know, her production, and then we had Jatavia's with his food delivery service, and then yeah, so I mean and I didn't know it's actually a food truck right there off of Dunn in Monaco that he was saying has really good, you know, breakfast bowls. And you know, I passed over there, but I didn't even know.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. A lot of people have really great products or really great things, but if people don't know you're there, then you can't, they won't know you're there. So they can't support you because they don't know you're even there.
Right.
You kind of have to, you know, get out there. And again, I hope everyone can join us on Saturday because I'm working with another small business owner. And that's why we decided to kind of collaborate in her boutique in Regency Mall, because, you know, a lot of stores have closed down. But I feel like it's maybe even a little harder sometimes with the retail store because now you're in a brick and mortar. And if you're not getting the traffic coming in and having to pay the rent and things of that nature. So definitely if you're in the area, please come out and support. We'll be there 12 to 2 p.m. And then also, One Bridge and a couple of other businesses will be having a pop-up outside in the JCPenney's parking lot. So we're encouraging people to just come out in that area and just try to, you know, help support all the businesses that will be, you know, in attendance that day.
And you said that that's the Regency Mall?
Yes, at Regency Mall. So our pop-up, my collaboration pop-up with SNL Fashion Loft is inside the mall, and it's by the JCPenney's. But then there's also a pop-up, or not a pop-up, but a small business event outside of the JCPenney's in the parking lot.
Okay.
And I can't remember the time for them. I would have to go look. It's probably posted here on the page, but I know our pop-up is from 12 to 2. The owner may be there longer, but I will be there 12 to 2 on Saturday with some of my items. And then she'll also have some things. I know she has a 20% off sale, and then 20% actually up to 50% off sale in the store.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, awesome, cool. Yeah, and there's only one other lady that was not, she said she had an emergency. She has True Dreams Financial Untitled.com is her website.
Okay.
And what she does is basically credit restoration services.
Okay.
And help families purchase homes. Okay. And so she basically really wanted to show up here, but they had an emergency and she's on the road. And you know how that is when you're traveling, your internet in and out.
Yeah.
So I did let her know. Dominique Cleveland is her name. And
Okay.
yeah, truedreamsfinancial.com. I told her I will go ahead on at least share that information and I'll put it on here so that those who are looking, to get a home, and have some situation with their credit, that she can help them with that. So,
Okay.
yeah,
definitely try to support each other.
Right.
We're
So
able to.
if you know anybody. So yeah. And then you weren't here when I shared what I have is my kids cooking book and the 12 days of Christmas cooking book where
Oh, okay.
kids, if you have kids in between the age of 7 and 12 that's eager to get in the kitchen, they'll cook, stir, pour, whatever. Basically it's talking about safety tips before you do all of that. Because like I was sharing with Angie.
Well, I might have to get that from you because my daughter's 8 and she's always trying to be in the kitchen, but I'm always like, wait, don't touch that. Don't handle it like them.
Right. Yeah. And so that's what just like, safety ways to be safe in the kitchen. And then I'm into legacy just like you, and so inside of there, you're able to write down different things in the book as well, like, family recipes and different things. Yeah. So yeah, it's an interactive type of book. And then depends on which one you get. I actually have like the oven mitt, the pot holder, the towel, the apron, all that kind of stuff. It's a box, just like you were saying too. So
Right. Okay. And that's on where can I go to find it?
I'll put the link on there.
Okay.
Well, I think, I'm not sure if I already put it in there, but
okay.
Basically the book is on Amazon, but the actual, if you want the whole kit, then I can deliver that to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell me again, Terry, how much is the kit?
It's $25.
And do you have it personalized for boys or girls, or is it?
The book is pink and yellow.
Okay.
So it's more so geared, towards girls, because like that, I have my little grandkids, and a lot of this stemmed from the fact that like Chrissy, she wanted to get in the kitchen, and then she me not watching her, she got a butter knife to cut the orange.
Oh.
And ended up cutting her finger,
Yeah.
And then like I said, it made me think about, the accident that happened with me at 7, to where skillet of grease fell on my leg. Like fish that just got finished frying.
Right. Yeah.
And my leg, it basically was frying, just as if, And so that's the passion behind me sharing, these kitchen safety tips because of what happened to me, and then here, like I said, my granddaughter, she ready to get in there, and she's grabbing a knife. It's like, no, certain things they're not ready for, unless you're watching them cut, and stuff to make sure they're doing it right. So yeah.
Right.
And then I teach like at church, I've been in the youth ministry ever since I was 13. And so once a month, what I would do in the class is like cooking experiences where I teach them, how to cook stuff using like a rice cooker or a waffle iron or, some type of cooking utensil to where they don't feel like so intimidated by this big stove, cooking on a big stove. So so I would have them, to learn how to cook different little simple meals right there in church, and they love it.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's a great book because like I said, I know my daughter's always trying to, and I'll let her do certain things, but I know I'm always having to say, wait, don't touch that, or the stove is too hot, or
just like even with Chrissy, she was scrambled an egg and then was getting ready to put the skillet on the countertop.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you can't sit it on the countertop. It's too hot, you know.
Right, right.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, like simple stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, ladies. I guess we don't have any more guests. I'm looking out here. One other lady said she won't be available till 8 o'clock tonight. So, any last words? Any information? I know one.
Well, Miss Terry, for our show tonight at 7, we're going to be sure to talk about that hump that we talked about. If you could I'll tag you in it so you can chime in. That would be great. I want to thank you for allowing us to talk about the audiobook series and to be a part of it. I really do appreciate that. Felicia, I would like to introduce you to our audiobook series entitled Confinement Chronicles. It's 10 volumes of different situations that occurred and the way people felt about those situations during the pandemic. So I'm just very, very grateful for all of that. And we're excited about working with each of you. I'm ready to learn my Alexa skills, Miss Terry. Miss Felicia, I'd love to have you come and join us when we're on the 2021 tour. I just want you guys to know that, this is a wonderful time to collaborate with one another. It really is. Miss Terry, I need you to send one of them boxes to my niece so I can cross her off my Christmas list. And Miss Felicia, I'm trying to figure out, how many of your goodie items, I need, because I got some family members that look more like you than like me. They got natural hair buns, and they would love to have something that look more like them. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. And that fella that was driving around, talking to us, driving and delivering food, I need him to deliver something here in Daytona. So this has been a wonderful opportunity, Miss Terry. I appreciate you.
No
I
problem.
appreciate you. Thank you very much, ladies.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes, Terry, thank you for the opportunity to talk a little bit about my business. And again, I just encourage everyone to go out and support small businesses, especially this week. And not just this week, but always support small business owners.
Definitely. And then I'll see the rest of you guys every Wednesday when I'm sharing another marketing strategy to grow your brand, your reach, and your revenue.
All right. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, for sure. Huh? All right, y'all enjoy it.